It's 8 a.m., July 24th, and there are only 2 more days left in the Tour de France. So far the race has been dominated by Jumbo-Visma. They won 2 stages with Wout van Aert. They won 2 with Jonas Vingegaard, the last on the top of the Haut in the yellow jersey. And yesterday a stage with the helper, Christophe Laporte. They have the Mountains polka dot jersey, the green jersey, and of course the race lead as we head into this final weekend. Okay, we have Sunday stage 2, the Champs-Élysées in Paris, but today, Saturday, we're going to Rocamadour, famous for its cheese. I think every city in France is famous for its cheese. It's a time trial of around 40 kilometers that the riders must race today. Jonas Vingegaard has a 3:26-minute lead over Tadej Pogačar heading into this time trial. Thank you for everything. See you later. Au revoir. He shouldn't lose the yellow jersey in this time trial today, and he should hold it as we go on to Paris with ease. However, it could be another day for Jumbo-Visma to win the stage. Maybe with Wout van Aert. Maybe he'll win the time trial like he did last year in stage 20. Last year he won stage 20 ahead of Kasper Asgreen and Jonas Vingegaard. He was 3rd place. It'll be a day looking at the 2 super teams, UAE Team Emirates and Jumbo-Visma. We're packing to get out of here now, and the owner of this hotel here is asking us where the keys are. This is kind of the everyday thing at the Tour de France. Confusion as you try to cover a bike race. So we are on our way to the stage start. Brokeman, are you guys ready?
Yeah, I didn't say I was vlogging.
The Tour de France crew is on his hands and knees as we get to this final stage. Hopefully the riders are faring better than we are. We have arrived to Rocamadour. It's a sunny day. It's going to be a great day for time trial. We got to get up there as the riders are doing. We're going to recon this TT, get back into work. I got to rally the troops here. If we're looking at the top players in the Tour de France, it's got to be Jumbo-Visma. It's got to be UAE. Tadej Pogačar brought home UAE 3 stage wins in this Tour de France, including one in the yellow jersey as well. Look at that character right there. He's made it through 19 days. Only 2 more to go, Matteo. He looks fresh as a daisy. You'd have to admit the differences are small between Jonas Vingegaard and Tadej Pogačar. You could say Tadej Pogačar, he was severely weakened, not having the teammates. George Bennett and Langen, both of those guys had to leave the race with COVID positives. Then you had Marc Soler getting sick, abandoning the race. You had Rafael Majka hurting his leg there when he slammed it into the handlebars. So Tadej Pogačar only down to 3 teammates. It changed everything. The food has arrived. Now we're talking about Jumbo-Visma. It's a different story. They weren't affected by COVID like UAE Team Emirates were. Instead, they lost Primož Roglič. He crashed in that Paris-Roubaix stage and later abandoned the race. Then Cruzy, Steven Kruijswijk crashed. Also, Tish Benoot crashed. Fortunately, Tish Benoot could continue, but Kruijswijk had to leave the race. The team in the end had more firepower, more artillery than UAE Team Emirates. Bit of a heavy night last night. Needed some energy to refuel for the day. Now time is ticking before this important time trial. The riders are out reconning now, and we got to get all of our energy in before we head out there and do our interviews. Look at that, 3rd place rider right there, Geraint Thomas. Now this is covering a bike race. Filippo Ganna, the world champion time trialist, just passed by, and all the journalists are coming down, making their way down here to the Ineos bus to get reactions from the time trial. A lot of stuff is going on today as we're waiting for the top guys, all the top guys to come in. Stefan Kung is over there in the media scrum, just finished up his time trial. But let's talk again about UAE Jumbo-Visma, because one team had its Tour de France leader, Tadej Pogačar, and then they started gradually building up the team around him over the last years since 2020 when he beat Primoz Roglic in that final TT. If you roll it back to Jumbo-Visma, they've been building this Tour winning team for decades, because before it was Rabobank, then Blanco, Belkin, all those iterations. We had that new team come out of the ashes of Rabobank. Now we have this Jumbo-Visma, but they've been gradually building to this point, slowly bringing in helpers like Sepp Kuss, like Christophe Laporte, making that signing of Wout van Aert to try to get that winning team. And they've been doing it with Primoz Roglic, but now they have this new kid, Jonas Vingegaard, and they're one day away from winning the Tour. It is super cool to be at bike races. As a fan, you have all sorts of access. Tell me, did you just get Mike Woods' number? Look at this. Can we see this? Wow.
What channel?
That's pretty cool. You got Mike, you fan of Mike Woods?
Oui, ici, yes.
Yeah?
Ouais, ouais.
He's good.
Ouais.
Yeah.
Of course.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. You go to a bike race, get a rider's number, and from Mike Woods. Merci, eh?
Van Aert comes round this final turn and gets himself set up. Sprinting now for all he is worth. Is this going to be another stage win? The world champion watches on as the green jersey doesn't just smash the time, he knocks it into another stratosphere. 3 wins in a row for Jumbo-Visma.
Wow, Jumbo-Visma, domination. They just picked up their 6th stage win in this Tour. Wout van Aert got the victory today in the time trial, smashed it after 1 year ago. He did the same thing. This team is out of control, steamrolling. We just saw Jonas Vingegaard up there in the yellow jersey with his baby also in a yellow jersey. Soon they're all gonna be coming through. Rocamadour, we're leaving town here. The race is over. Yes, Jonas Vingegaard is back on top, and he's going to go into Paris with that yellow jersey. And we were talking about teams, UAE versus Jumbo. We should note, poor Nathan Van Hooijdonk had to leave the race this morning and go home due to a family emergency. So Jumbo-Visma will be without one of their helpers to celebrate on the Champs-Élysées tomorrow in Paris. But wow, what a Tour de France this year. I really enjoyed it. And look at this guy picking up my stuff when I drop it. Really enjoyed this race, seeing a new face on top. It's very fitting because we started this race in Denmark, in Copenhagen, and we're gonna end it with the Dane on top of the podium, Jonas Vingegaard.